We are back with some more PGR. Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to talk about builds today. Obviously, I am over energy capped. I just noticed. I don't like that. But we're going to talk about builds. And first of all, let's get over. I'm not doing this later, so we're just going to do it now. So obviously, like I told you guys last video, I am farming on memories, and I'm farming memories so I can get certain builds. Now there's two builds that I'm working on. I'm working either for the Darwin build, which is a nuke build, which is good for Warzone, and the traditional build for Lucia is the Condalina build, which is the best for her right now because it takes advantage of the fact that you're going to be using a lot of anchoring with Lucia. And what I mean by anchoring is when you go to face a character, like right now I'm anchoring. This is what anchoring is called, because what happens is when you attack, she essentially is just going to anchor towards the characters. This is a Dark Soul technique. This is just pretty much, like, I literally didn't do anything else but anchor right now because I overpower the content. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of what anchoring is. From Baby Tech, I think we just got a part that I needed to. Condalina. Literally, I think I have all four. I'm so happy that I came in and actually did this. So let's go again because we're still over cap. Now, anchoring is good for trash mobs and is good against bosses. To an extent with bosses, because bosses aren't going to let you anchor for that long. They're gonna they're gonna count to 3, and they're basically gonna do their big hit, which is usually an armor attack, which means you're going to either stop attacking or you're going to have to reposition to keep anchoring. So I'll show you that again. All right. So he counted to 3, and now he hit me because I didn't move. But again, he's counting to 3. He's going to hit me. 3. Now, essentially, you can keep doing this over and over again. I just broke his armor and spammed him. Again, I overpower this content, so I can just keep doing that and not care or move. This is me breaking this game down to a technical level. Basically, that this is just essentially what the game is. The game is going to count to 3 and attack you. What makes the game more challenging is when there's more enemies that count to 3 and they start to add variables. They either have super armor, sometimes they attack. It also depends on the enemy attack itself. Like the snipers, they're going to count to 3 and they fire like within 2 frames, less than 2 frames actually, and it's going directly to you. So you need, the minute that you hear the room, you need to be moving because you're going to get hit. Because if you hit a room and then you're like, something's attack, you hit. That's just what snipers do. And what makes them hard is when they're combined with other enemies. Like say you have a sniper and then you have 3 enemies that are ranged. So all of them are going to be counting to 3, and the sniper is going to be counting to 3. He's going to be hitting you in like a 1 frame interval, and the other 3 enemies are going to be doing it all at different times. So it's going to be looking like that you're getting hit like back to back to back to back out of nowhere, which is why we have the whole matrix system, which slows all that down to the point of you actually being able to not have to dodge, because you already dodged originally properly to get the matrix mode. Essentially, that's a parry. So what essentially that does is that slows time down, and now you can now move from all 4 of those enemies, including the sniper and everything else, and then pick and choose. But what you're supposed to do when stuff like that happens is you pick out whatever the biggest danger to you is or the biggest damage opportunity is, and we'll show that a little bit later in the video. I like teaching in these types of games because I'm still over, sir. God damn it, man. And it fills my heart when people are like, oh my god, I remember Dark Souls and everything else. And dude, the game is a million times better for me from watching this. That's the type of stuff. Like, I'm not trying to show you how good I am. I'm trying to teach you so you be good too. I'm trying to get you good too. It's not about me swagging and showing my skill. Everybody knows I know how to play games already. I've been doing this 10 years. What I want is everybody else to be good and having fun too. Alright, so he's already stuck in that. And being that the other one is still in his 3-second time, then, you know, now essentially he can't really do much. So I'm gonna let him do that again. And because he's stuck in, you know, in time, he's pretty much done with it. I remember what I told you, I believe 2 or 3 videos ago, using the sound cue, because the sound cue actually comes before any of the visual cues. So if you have the game, with no sound on, you're actually doing a you're doing a disservice to yourself because you're not hearing the sound cue. And I actually noticed this game was doing that. Genshin doesn't do that. Genshin, they just do whatever the hell they want to do. And you have to visually see it in Genshin. But in this game, there's always sound cues that'll let you know when you're about to get your behind hit. Alright, so the main purpose of this video before we got off into that is getting your build together. Alright, so you see what I am doing right now is I'm going for a ping build, which is for each orb pinged, all damage increased by 2%. For 3 seconds can be stacked up to 3 times, which is good. You guys see I take full advantage of getting the 3 pings in the matrix mode. So entering matrix upon 3 ping, entering matrix upon 3 pings, like it automatically is going to get me into a good point of being able to do a lot of good damage and take control of the fight, which is good for Lucia. And then also we have right here, attacks reduce target defense by 10% for 5 seconds, which increases your damage, which is why this is here. Because, you know, just reducing the target defense increases overall, again, it increases your damage. It's super good. It's super good if you have a single target type of character, which is essentially what my Lucia is, which allows me to get good damage on the character that you would think, oh, well, she's only a B character, how is she doing that? It's literally how she's doing it right there. So this is my build right now. This is what I use to literally do every piece of content in this game currently right now, including Warzone and everything else. And I think I'm 11th in Warzone right now with just free to play without whaling. If I actually whaled, I'd probably be like top 5 easily, because I would have all of the red pings. I'll be using all this. Oh, I got 2 Condolinas. I probably don't have it now. Let's see. Condi, I probably don't have it. That's 2. That's 3. Yeah, I didn't have it. That's only 3. I just need any other part. So you can also go a Darwin build. Now here's the interesting about Darwin. That's Philip. There's Darwin. His first thing is for every orb ping, all damage increased by 3% for 4 seconds and can be stacked up to 5%. I mean, up to 5 times. Which is pretty much the better version of what Ify is. But the reason why this is called a nuke build, when the orb is pinged, you will gain a corresponding color of it. Collects three colors to the leash. A shockwave of 12 meters radius, dealing 600% of physical damage, which is your damage. So the reason why this is good in Warzone and have it maxed out is because Warzone, you need to kill things fast, and you need to kill a lot of things fast. You need AoE damage, and good AoE damage, a good single target at the same time. This essentially gives you what Lucia is lacking. Currently, well, she's not really lacking it. It's like she does it in a straight line, but she doesn't do it in the AoE type of fashion. So if you're going towards something, you're hitting everything in front of you, but if something's off to the side or in back of you, you're not hitting it. What this essentially does, when you get the and you actually get to do this a lot, because I was testing it on different servers and it is awesome. Darwin is actually awesome when it comes to Warzone. It might be one of the best ones because it just gives you increased damage and helps you get through things a whole lot faster, because it's an extra nuke. It's like an extra special move that you just have, and you can do it when you actually pay attention to having 3 stacks. Just all you have to do is just pay attention and not blow stacks. I blow stacks a lot because I'm trying to cycle and animation cancel. That's totally a different video. We're not going to talk about that right now, but going for 3 stacks with Darwin is kind of OP with that physical damage, AoE, just shockwaving around you all the time. Like, it's really nice, and I'm trying to get it on Luna right now, because you guys already saw what Luna does naturally. Can you imagine this with Luna? Jesus Christ. Like, it's just good all the way around. So that's a build that you can rock with. You also notice, where's Philip at? Here's Philip. Philip is good for your healing characters. Healing increases by 10%. The next healing effect increases the target damage by 10% and defense by 10% for 8 seconds. And then right here, a healing drone will be charged with healing performed. When fully charged, the next time you perform healing, it will consume all charge, and the enemy energy will summon a healing drone or follow around the heal. So what this essentially does with characters like Liv, Sophia, Vera. Sophia and Vera are not in the game yet, but they will be. And 9S. 9S is also a healer coming to the near 9S. What that essentially does is makes you pretty much a single target and AoE healer at the same time, which is what I'm gunning for. Why I'm waiting on Luminance and not summoning anything else right now. I want to get Luminance out along with Philip, which is why I'm solely going after these sets. So you see we have 4 and Connelina. We're not quite there yet. We only have 2 in Philip, which is 4 and 5. We're working on it. And everything. Darwin, we have 4 literally for Darwin, so we can literally nuke right now with Darwin. Matter of fact, I need to, not that I'm ever even, I never even use reds, but just know I have 4 already with Darwin right now. So if I want to go for a 4 build with that, people don't typically do that with Lucia, but I might actually do that with Lucia because being that I'm making her the main, I want her to have, I want to take out her weakness, and her weakness is that she can't AoE around her. Now the other Lucia, which is the A, she has a little bit of an arc in one of her attacks, so she can do it. So she takes away from that, but her overall DPS is more about lightning, and if you can take advantage of having the lightning build. So I don't have, and all of the lightning type of stuff isn't dropping, so that's the main reason why I haven't really focused on her, because it's not dropping, so there's no point in me focusing on it. And it's RNG too. You can't really control it the same way I can't control this stuff. So let's go in here and knock this out. Also, I want to point out that a lot of people are. Here's why why waiting for a character is good and bad. It's good if RNG is on your side for you not to end up a one and done. And they call it one and done in this because what can end up happening if you wait for something, say like if you wait for Luna or Alpha, what could end up happening to you is you go one pity. And one pity means is basically you use all your currency and just basically, because you got to go to 60 basically, and that's literally all the free to play currency, and you get one pity. That's it. You just get that one character. So now you're just stuck with that one character. A great character, but now somebody who's like a triple S Lucia is gonna out DPS you, like hands down. It's gonna out, and it's a B. This is a B rank character. It's gonna out DPS you, make you look sad, and you're gonna be like, damn, I waited all that time. I don't think people realize that you're putting a lot of your faith into gacha at that point, and I refuse to put my faith into gacha. I'm just not. There is no gacha game that is going to hook you up like that. So here's the thing. Say that does happen to you, and you waited, and then you only end up with one character. Now you're Gimp, and you have the one character. Say I waited, and I got my Luna, which is gonna be probably like 3 or 4 months from now, because they're probably gonna fast track this a little. So it's probably gonna be 3 or 4 months from now. Don't think that it's gonna be like next month or something like that. It's not gonna be that. Say you wait until that happens. What I would do at that point, I would re-roll. If you really are going to dedicate to waiting to that and not full send on something else. Ooh, I didn't even notice I was here. So here we go. S, bam, nice. And where'd I put her power at now? 43, nice. And again, I'm still free to play for the moment. Anyway, I'm free to play, and I'm being 100% honest, because people get mad and be like, "Bro, you ain't free to play. You gonna be spinning. You're gonna get yes. When Luminous comes out, my ass is going to be swiping a card. Okay, I'm literally I'm going to be swiping a card because I want Luminous and I want her to carry. That is 100% what I'm going to be doing. I don't feel there's a need to do any other of these characters like that. She's the only one that transcends every goddamn thing in the game right now. That's the only character right now that transcends. There's characters coming that will transcend, but Luminous is the only one right now that's super meta, that she's useful all the way. She will never go out of style, period. Never. She will always be useful, and she will always still be able to damage like a straight DPS character. And we're going to talk about that. Okay? Here's another thing that irritates me and gotcha what people do. The DPS variance between these characters is not that different. If you put them all together, which somebody actually did, the DPS variance from top to bottom when they're on triple S is literally 5% differences between characters. Like the top is like maybe at 100%, and the next person under it is at 95, and 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, and stuff like that. And they all are around that position. This game does a excellent job of balance. I'm going to repeat that for people in the back who don't seem to understand that. This game does an excellent job of balance. What it comes down to is you countering the game, not which character is going to out DPS each character. There will be certain characters that will do well in situations like if you can't get range, you bring a DPS. That's when you bring Bianca and bust ass, and that's when she'll that's when she'll out DPS all the rest of the characters, because Bianca can sit back there and plink the hell out of somebody and destroy them. The same thing with Liv and stuff like that. Or you would need a single target fire damage, which would mean that you would bring in Nanami, or you would bring in, I think, Karina Ember, or you would bring in Sophia, or you bring in there's another fire character, the Shoto boy, which is, he's not in the game yet. Actually, no, he's not fire. I believe 2B is. You bring in characters like that. That's when they will excel. There's stages that will need you to use dark, so you bring in the dark characters like Kamui and stuff like that. That is the differential with DPS. So when people say things like, oh, this person out DPS, brother, I'm telling you guys right now, it is so negligible, the difference between DPS, that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do in this game and still win. I get highly irritated in this particular game when people are sitting there throwing DPS at people, say you shouldn't do that because this person did. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't. You see me run around, I curb stomp the entire game free to play with the free character, the free MC character. It don't matter. Dogs, it don't matter. Play who you want to play, and play according to whatever the game wants you to actually play with. If the game wants you to have fire damage, bring that fire team. Bring that mono fire team. Build that mono fire team. Build that dark team. Build that lightning team. Play who you want according to whatever the system deems you should have to play with, not what people deem that you should have to play with. Don't sit out here and just be bored half your life away, level 40 or level 50 or some shit, waiting on alpha. Because we will have alpha and the rest of your team is going to be crap. You can't do nothing in Warzone. When you get to 65, that stage is going to kick your living ass, and I'm almost there right now. And because your entire team is alpha, y'all sitting up here with just, like, let's say that's alpha, and everybody else level 50, like level 20 battle power and all that shit's cute when in stages when you're underpowered and everything else. I did it. That's all cute until the game is like, dude, I need some DPS now, and you sitting there like, but I can dodge good. Game don't care. Warzone don't care. Warzone wants you to kill something, and you sitting there with 2K power. No, that's not how the game works. I'm sorry. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna re-roll. You're gonna be sitting there looking at a YouTube video like, where my builds at. So that's why I did this video for you guys to come up with some builds. Also, pay attention to what the game is telling you to an extent. And what I mean by that is right here and recommended equipment. You can pay attention to an extent, because what this is really is what people just found useful. Again, you will notice Darwin is not here in most of these, and that's because Darwin takes a little bit of brain and skill to actually use. It's not face roll. It's not a face roll thing, and usually the thing that actually you have to skillfully do is never meta. But when people skillfully do it, it blows up the whole damn game. And I'm gonna be honest, I actually got the Darwin stuff from looking at an Asian YouTuber that appeared in my recommended, and I watched them run around, and I was like, how the hell is this person doing that? Because they had a single target character, and I was like, what the hell are they doing? And then he showed the build, and it was Darwin, full residence Darwin with attack and crit, and he was just running around 3-pinging and blowing up the map. And I'm like, bro, what's happening right now? Like, am I playing the game wrong? I must be playing the game. Asian people is legit. I'm playing it wrong. Like, that's how I felt. That's how I felt looking at that right now. Like, I'm in some noob shit right now. I gotta get on his level. So I'm trying to get like that. I don't know about you guys. I'm trying to get the hyper brain, super brain shit like that, right there. Like, I had all the respect for that person right there, because I never seen that before. In like 2-3 years of this game, I didn't see anything like that before. And how they were animation canceling and pinging and doing stuff like that was awesome. I was like, how are your fingers moving? I think I move fast. I don't even see anybody else move that fast playing this game, but this person was like, I was like, I need to get Asian fingers. And I'm part Asian, and I'm like, I need more Asian figure. I need more DNA. That sounds whatever. I need to tap into the 20% of me that is Asian and get more Asian fingers, because like I need to get on that level where I'm 120 DPS and blowing up the map in 5 seconds. I need to get that. That's what I need. I need to get good. I tell other people get good. I need to get good too. I want to get good like that. That's my goal. I want to get good like that. Asian good. People get mad when you say stuff like that, but y'all get over it. They be gaming. I need to get Asian good. So, other than that, that's all I got for you guys. I know this went long, but I just wanted to have a little bit of talk about that and to point something out to you guys and get you guys some builds and show you stuff and show you my power. Like, I'm literally gonna be like 5K by the time anything to replace her comes. I'm gonna be like 5K looking at it like, man, I ain't summoning. The hell with this. You're not Luna. That's what's gonna happen most likely. And I'm definitely going, and it's probably going to be a pain. It's probably going to make me go all the way to 60. So I'm gonna end up 1 pity. I know they're gonna. I'm in up 1 pity for this little annoying girl right here. I'm gonna be 1 pity for her. I know it's gonna happen. I got 2 shards already. Don't know where the hell that came from. Probably some random summon, but it's gonna happen. Which is why I'm not. There's no point in doing this. There's no point. I gave her some levels so I can use her in not Warzone. And next goal is 65 because that unlocks the good shit. I'll just put it that way. You'll see. Peace. Thanks for watching another video by me, Scion Storm. If you like what you see here, please by all means like, subscribe, share with all your friends. It really helps me out, and I appreciate everybody who stops by. One love and be legendary. Peace.